And today, after careful consideration, we're ready to confirm that the situation is no longer an emergency. Therefore, the federal government will be ending the use of the Emergencies Act.
While the news cycle has already changed here in Canada, it was only about a week ago that the world was watching what was going on here and saying, what on earth is happening with Justin Trudeau? Some pretty bad headlines after the invoking of his Emergencies Act. A lot of people saying this ain't justified. Canadian Civil Liberties Association, many constitutional law experts saying this is unlawful. And people asking what is happening? Why is Justin Trudeau doing all of this? Not a good look for him. And then, of course, we had what unfolded in Ottawa. Whatever your politics, whatever your views on mandates, not mandates, a lot of people agreed that the stuff happening with the convoy protesters, well, they watched from around the world and they thought, this seems a little heavy-handed, this law enforcement response. This isn't the Canada that we thought that we knew. This is not Justin Trudeau's Canada of sunny ways. Something's going on here. What gives Canada? Was not Justin Trudeau's finest moment. It wasn't a good look for him. And then he says, I'm done with the Emergencies Act. And people go, oh, okay, what's going on there? After we had places like the Civil Liberties Association begin to present those court challenges, we had senators begin to speak out against it. Maybe the Liberals were thinking, we thought this was in the bag. We're not too sure how the Senate vote is going to go now. And there you go. A lot of people were left wanting to ask more follow-up questions. What happens next? Well, then something big happened on the world stage, of course. Russia invades Ukraine, and quite rightfully so. All attention has turned to that. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's attention has turned to it as well. We are members of NATO. We're currently in talks, watching the situation, figuring out what do we do to bolster our NATO position over there in Eastern Europe. Lots of attention happening there, as it should be. Lots of Canadians very interested, concerned what's going on. Many Canadians of Ukrainian heritage, of course, watching with great interest. And let's keep the pressure on that story. Let's pay attention. Let's, of course, talk about it. Talk about the things that we can do to help individuals in Ukraine. Lots going on there. But we cannot let Justin Trudeau off the hook. We can't stop talking about what happened only 1 week ago. So by all means, we have to, as we are, put a lot of focus on Ukraine, but we're going to have to go back to what was going on with the Emergencies Act, and we will. There is going to be an inquiry, as there must be, as is mandated, to talk more about, was this actually necessary, this unprecedented power grab that so many people denounced? And we're going to see a lot of stuff unfold there when we come into doing the inquiry, talking about the different elements. It's probably not going to look very good for Justin Trudeau as more experts step forward and talk about that really troubling chapter we had there, an unprecedented invocation of that act. So yes, we got to talk about Ukraine right now and pay attention to what's going on there, but we absolutely cannot let Justin Trudeau off the hook for what was done only a week ago.